I'm Shem. Welcome to our church.
What's up, my people? Welcome to an awesome church.
Hi, my name is Kevin, and if you're looking for a church, glad to have you.
Hi guys, my name is Abigail. Welcome to Mavuno Young and Fellas. Enjoy.
I'm Koi the DJ and we are glad to have you.
Welcome to Mavuno Young and Fearless News. I am Quentin Omeka Masoche, and this is the news at the top of the hour. And in our top story today, Queen Esther, also known as Hadassah, is set to give a speech narrating her life story. She was crowned the Queen of Persia and renamed to Esther during the reign of the King Xerxes, who is the one who chose her as his queen. Queen Esther and Mordecai, who is her guardian, have achieved quite a lot and helped the people with amazing wisdom. Let us now join our senior international correspondent, Soki Dis, on the ground, awaiting the arrival of the Queen to be able to get an interview with her. Soki Dis, over to you now.
And all the way from Persia, it's me again, and I want to introduce you guys the slave queen. I know you know all about slave queens, but right now, the slave queen, she was a slave here in this land, but right now she's the queen boss, she's the boss lady, and she's the real incarnation of filters. She's a human filter, and right now, guys, with me in Persia, you should thank me because I gave you a trip to Persia. Oh, introducing Queen Esther. Can we have a chat with her? Let's see if I land an interview with her, right?
My name is Hadassah, but most of you probably know me as Esther or Queen Esther. I wasn't always royalty. When I came into the palace, how I came into the palace, how I thought I would come into the palace actually would have been through, I would probably have been a servant, or if lucky, I probably would have been a handmaid to the queen. But lucky for me, that wasn't the case. I didn't think that would happen to me because I am an orphaned Jew from the tribe of Benjamin. My parents died when I was very young, and my cousin Mordecai is the one who brought me up. He's the only father figure I've ever known. I literally clung onto his coattails when I was younger. I followed him everywhere, watched what he was doing, how he was praying, I would pray the same. I did everything that he did because I find him so inspiring. He's the best person I've ever known. So I came into the palace amongst a selection of young women. The king was looking for a queen because Queen Vashti had been banished. She had disobeyed the king, and in a fit of rage, my husband is known to be temperamental, so he banished her and was advised to select from the young ladies within the empire who he would prefer. So we came in and it was a time of extreme luxury, but I was absolutely terrified. The Jews were not as welcome amongst the Persians or the Greeks. So Mordecai advised me, because he's so wise, he advised me to change my name and hide my identity and nationality. So I changed my name to Esther, because in Hebrew, Esther means hidden. And got it? I was hiding my identity. It was a time of great luxury. I made such great friends during that time. Haggai, the leader of our group, he took a liking to me, and I really greatly appreciate that, because he guided me through everything. He always gave me special food. He always gave me special treatment, and I'm just so lucky. I don't know why he took a liking to me, but we just had a vibe where we just really got along with each other. We both loved reading. We both loved the same things. So, and he also, I think he kind of figured that I was hiding something. So he just made sure to want to help me, because I was proper terrified. Mordecai also didn't leave me like that. He always made sure that he would take walks along the palace courts to make sure he'd see me every day, advise me, and find out how I was doing, and constantly remind me why I was doing what I was doing. You know, like if God chooses me, then that would be it. So the time for me to go meet the king came, and I went. And me and the king, to be honest, fell in love very quickly. I'm not too sure why he chose me, but because I am just a small girl from nowhere, to be honest. So I was absolutely terrified. I was excited. I mean, love is one thing, but the responsibility that comes along with it is a completely different thing. So I was absolutely terrified. But lucky for me, during this time also, Mordecai had got a job along the palace as a palace official. And that means I didn't lack the parental that he always had. To be honest, it almost was like I was living in his house still, with how much advice he gave me. I had to follow his instructions to the T, only because I trust him. He didn't force them on me, but I trust him so much, and his word to me is almost as law. So I went to him every single day, and he advised me to do many things. There was a time he actually saved the king's life. He had a plot to assassinate the king, and he told me, and an investigation was done, and it was found out to be true. The king was planning to be killed, and Mordecai was greatly rewarded for that. A lot of people didn't like that. One of the people who didn't like that was Haman. Haman was a terrible figure, if you ask me, but that's biased opinion. Haman had the thing against the Jews. Haman was an Agagite. If you read 1 Samuel, you will see the history between the Jews and the Agagites. Some of us blame King Saul, but that's neither here nor there. But yeah, so what he did, he had a thing against the Jews, and he was actually second in command. He was the prime minister. So the king had ordered that everybody bows to Haman in honor. Mordecai, being Mordecai and being Jew to the core, refused, because Mordecai says he only bows to his God. Haman found out that Mordecai was a Jew, which agitated him further. He decided he wasn't just going to deal with Mordecai, he was going to deal with Mordecai and his race. He wanted to annihilate all the tribe of, all the Jews in the empire. So he goes to the king and says, there's this group of people, and this group of people are very different people. They live very different lives from the rest of us. They worship one God, and all of these things, all this slander. And he also offered to pay money to the royal treasury. A lot of money, because he was a man of great influence. And the king I would argue he was drunk, but he agreed. He gave him and his royal signet the ring that he sealed his documents with, and a decree was sent out all over the Empire of Persia that said all Jews would be annihilated in one day, and they would not have a chance to defend themselves, and all their items would be taken by the people who managed to kill them. So I didn't know any of this, actually. People credit me with courage for giving the Jews a chance to redeem themselves, but to be honest, I didn't even know of the whole thing. One day I had Mordecai crying about the palace in mourning, because as a Jewish tradition, you normally, like, if you're in mourning, you put on rags, balap, and you pour ashes on your head, and you cry out. You walk around crying. We're a dramatic bunch. So yeah, that's what he did. I had him crying, and I was very concerned, so I sent him clothes, wondering what was happening. He sent back the clothes. And when I inquired what was happening, he told me there was a decree to kill all the Jews. I was very shocked, first of all, because I didn't know anything. When you're in the palace, you're very protected. The information we get is if we ask for that information or if it's concerning me. And because no one thought I was a Jew, no one had informed me. So what happened, I was very distressed, and I asked him, like, what can I do? And he all but dared me to not do anything, actually. He told me to intercede for my people in a manner that was quite forceful, if you ask me. But yeah, I was very scared. He was asking me to go and receive a fate that was worse than Vashti, because to appear before the king unsummoned was very disrespectful. So you're asking me to go audaciously to the king and intercede for people. He doesn't even know I'm Jew. Like, I couldn't believe that he was asking that of me. But so he told me, he reminded me of how God always redeemed his people. He reminded me that God always comes through for his people. And if I did not do anything, then literally, I think he cursed me. I tell him all the time, I think he cursed me. He said, me and my people, me and my relatives would be killed. So I didn't have a choice. I felt like I didn't have much of a choice. I couldn't let Mordecai die. I couldn't let my people die. So what I did, I called for a time of prayer and fasting, and I gathered the courage to actually appear before the king, because I knew I didn't have a choice. If I appeared before the king, if I failed, he would kill me. If I didn't appear before the king, my people would still die, and I would be one of them too, because I was a Jew. So I went and I approached the king, and lucky for me, he found favor in me, and he agreed to be hosted by me. And that's when I revealed my identity to him and Haman. Haman was very shocked, and a series of events happened. Some things were misinterpreted, or I believe he did try to attack me. Some people argue he was just trying to plead for his life. I don't believe so. But yeah, him and his whole family, all the things that he wanted to happen to the Jews happened to him and his family. And so the thing is, when the king has signed a royal decree, you cannot change it. But what happened is because when King Xerxes found out that Mordecai was my relative and who I was, he appointed Mordecai as prime minister. So what Mordecai did, because he's a very clever man, he allowed the Jews a chance to defend themselves. And that's how the people, the Jewish race was saved. And from there, we got the Messiah. And from the, where I'm just so happy that my people didn't die. I'm so happy that I didn't die. And yeah, I keep thinking back to all my time within the palace. And to be honest, everything that I have done till today, I would never have done it without the help of the leaders around me, the help of great people around me, like Haggai, who gave me advice on the night I was going to see the king, what to wear and what to say, and he coached me in all of these things. Mordecai constantly advising me on what to do, how to act with wisdom, how to pray, and the king finding favor in me, and even us having a relationship where he found, he wanted to protect my life and not banish me like Vashti. I think it's great, it's important to just form relationships around you that are able to make you make the right decisions. People to charge you to do the right thing, not just bold things. Don't be courageous for the sake of being courageous. Be courageous for the sake of doing the right thing. So yeah, when people credit me with courage, I actually think Mordecai should be the one to be credited with that courage, because all I did was what anybody I think in my position would have done. So whoever you are out there and you're looking to accomplish your purpose. I would always advise to find great leadership. Find great mentorship around you. Surround yourself with people who will advise you, who will charge you up. Even when you don't feel like doing the right thing, they will tell you this is what you need to do and why you need to do it. Solomon, the great wise king, tells us in his book, so in Proverbs 1 verse 8, he says, "Listen, my son, to your father's instruction, and do not forsake your mother's teaching. There will be a garland to grace your neck and a chain to adorn your neck." In the Message version, it says, pay close attention, friend, to what your father tells you. Never forget what you learned at your mother's knee. Wear the counsel like flowers in your hair, like rings on your fingers. So that tells you, like, pay attention to advice. Pay attention to great advice. And great advice only comes from good people. So make sure you're surrounded by good people. And with that, you cannot go wrong with everything that you've been sent to accomplish.
Faithful to the ages. God of Abraham, you're the God of covenant and faithful promises. Time and time again, you have proven you do just what you say. Though the storms may come and the wind may blow, I'll remain steadfast. And then my heart learned when you speak a word, it will come to pass. And great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me. Yeah. God, from age to age, though the earth may pass away, your word will reign the same. Your history can prove there's nothing you can't do. You're faithful and true. Though the storms may come and the wind may blow, I'll remain steadfast. And then my heart learned when you speak a word, it will come to pass. And great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. From the rising sun to the setting same, I will praise your name. Great is your faithfulness to me. I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground, my open firm foundation. He'll never let me down. I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground, my open firm foundation. He'll never let me down. I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground, my hope and firm foundation. He'll never let me down. I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground, my hope and firm foundation. He'll never let me down. And great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me. My open firm foundation, you never let me down. I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground. My open firm foundation, you never let me down. I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground. My hope and firm foundation, you never let me down. I put my faith in Jesus, my anchor to the ground. My hope and firm foundation, you never let me down. And great is your faithfulness to me. Great is your faithfulness to me.
Hi, I'm Shem. Welcome to our church.
What's up, my people? Welcome to an awesome church.
Hi, my name is Kevin, and if you're looking for a church, glad to have you.
Hi guys, my name is Abigail. Welcome to Mavuno Young and Fearless. Enjoy.
I'm Koi the DJ and we are glad to have you.